Hi there. My name's Dan Morgan. I'm a head of tax at Parry for the South. Um, I mainly lead on our sort of OMB and SME clients, um, and I'm just going to have a quick chat through thoughts on the budget, and mainly focusing on matters that will affect businesses. Obviously, lots and lots of speculation for the first budget under this Labour government. Um, Lots and lots of speculation. Um, I think it's quite interesting nowadays with budgets after the famous budget of a few years ago, which caused the markets to spike. Generally, it feels like lots of things that are going to come out get leaked to the press, so that things like that aren't a huge surprise. So I imagine that in the coming weeks, more and more will start coming through. So items affecting business. Now, see, the key thing being speculated at the moment is CGT, which, although it's a personal tax, obviously impacts lots of business. Impacts obviously investment matters. We've got a lot of private equity in this country, and it really does drive investment decisions. So that's going to be really key on business matters. Now, interestingly, also they'll be submitting their budget plans to the Office for Budget Responsibility shortly. For that all to be costed out and adjudicated. So no doubt when that starts coming through, they will start to adjust and tweak various bits and pieces. There's various pledges from the Labour government for their budget. So they've confirmed that they won't be increasing income tax, VAT on national insurance. Hence the speculation on the balance of taxes that they can then look to. Some of the key bits for business. So pension tax relief. They're looking to reform pension relief quite fully, potentially. I mean, it's been speculated for every budget for some time. The particular aspect for business this time is currently for employer pension contributions. There's no employers' national insurance due on those, and the speculation that might be an area they attack and add employers' national insurance on those contributions. Or perhaps put in a limit on the level of pension contributions where employers' national insurance isn't charged. And obviously, that will be a cost to business. I think politically, it's probably easier for them to get through because there's no direct impact on the employee day one. The employee day one net pay isn't impacted; it's just a pure cost to business. But as we know, long term, that cost to business has to be paid for in some way. So either further inflation in price rises in the business, or it'll impact future salary increases for employees. Obviously, it doesn't really help the overall drive that the government have been doing for a long time now in trying to get everyone to save for their retirement and really promote pensions. As part of their sort of manifesto, Labour confirmed a roadmap for business tax within the first 6 months, and they've confirmed that the budget will be where they release that. There's a few things in the manifesto they already confirmed. So they confirmed freezing the corporation tax rate at 25%, and they retained the full expensing for capital allowances. They've also promised a replacement for business rates, and no doubt they may well have a timeline for that announced in their roadmap. So as far as business tax, it's going to be very much a wait and see, or anything else that they drop in there. They are announcing things like the 10-year industrial plan as well. So that may well help for businesses to plan as far as what the future direction that the Labour government want to take the country as far as any future tax incentives. So I think for businesses in this budget, it is going to be a bit of a wait and see. Just to touch back on that CGT, I guess the key bits I see that affecting businesses is essentially in the UK. There are a lot of private equity businesses, and obviously private equity has quite a lot of benefits. Lots of investment in the economy, and currently there's some stats I managed to find sort of 3,000 individuals currently in the PE industry with sort of carried interests when those private equity houses make investments into businesses, and the the push to try to potentially align any gains they make to income tax will be quite dramatic in that industry. And it will be interesting what the fallout will be. I think with CGT, lots of the press and various sort of financial bodies doing statistics, etc. Generally have the notion of when you increase CGT, often the rate goes up, but because CGT is something that people can decide when to pay, i.e., they decide when they want to sell an asset. They can just choose not to if the tax rate is increased. Often, increasing the tax rate can actually have a diverse impact on the tax take and actually result in a decrease. I think those are the key items I really want to highlight for businesses. Yeah, I think we'll just wait and see now what the budget brings. But no doubt in the coming weeks there'll be more and more speculation in the press, and I imagine in the days leading to it, that speculation will become more and more closer to being sort of concrete. And then when the budget announces, I'm not expecting any huge impacts from the actual day. I thought hopefully they've sort of set the path fairly clearly in that build up. And that's all from me. Thank you.